gentlemen, we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to WrestleFest. I am Joe Davis. Thank you for joining us. We have an action-packed show for you here tonight. We're going to start off with tag team action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 500 pounds.
The Eliminators making their way to the ring. Let's show you how this match came to be. They are going up against the Old Gods, and 2 weeks ago in a tag team matchup, Ray Snyder, you can see there, used the ropes, and they stole one from the Eliminators. 1 week later, Ray Snyder used the brass knuckles on Cliff Russell. And just 2 days ago, tornado tag team match, and Ray Snyder snuck out the victory yet again for the Old Gods. I also want to make it known that this matchup, I've been told, is not only going to settle this between the Old Gods and the Eliminators, but it is also for the #1 contendership of the GWA World Tag Team titles. So a grudge match, but also they can become #1 contenders, whomever wins this matchup.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 660 pounds, the Old Gods.
Handsome Harry Sharp and Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder. The Old Gods. Their cheating ways have given them a couple of victories over the Eliminators in recent weeks, as we had just seen. And if the Eliminators can't find an answer for the Old Gods here tonight, then the Old Gods will become the #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles. Cliff Russell and Harry Sharp starting things off here. And the bell rings, and we are underway. And big knee strike right up underneath the jaw by Cliff Russell. And now sent for the ride against the ropes, and went to use the knee, but avoided by Harry Sharp. And Sharp now, Bulldog, center of the ring. He's going to make his way over and make the tag, and in comes Mr. Amazing Ray Snyder. And a scoop and a slam here by Snyder, and follows it up with the elbow drop. And Cliff Russell needs to make it to his corner and get the tag to Vince Dixon. Speaking of tags, Snyder tags in Sharp. And Harry Sharp will continue to go to work on Cliff Russell. And belly-to-belly suplex. And Sharp going to drag Russell away from the ropes. A veteran maneuver there, cover. 1, 2, no, not this time. Only a 2 count for Harry Sharp. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge show for you here tonight. It's going to be a big night here in Los Angeles. We have the United States Heavyweight title match between Chris Vandiver and Charles Thompson. We've got Kaiva challenging Amaya Stevens for the Women's World title. And of course, our main event is Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, the 16-time world champion, in his final match ever, challenging Pretty Boy Arthur Caldwell for the heavyweight championship of the world in a hardcore, no holds barred submission match. Right now, Snyder is just laying waste to the Eliminators. Down across the top rope goes Cliff Russell. And Snyder is risking a tag here if he doesn't get Russell away from Dixon. A tag, and in comes Harry Sharp. Cliff Russell has been unable to get out of the gate really since the opening bell. And here's a cover by Sharp. 1, 2, and no. A long 2 count for Harry Sharp. Drops the knee, does Harry Sharp into the back of the head of Cliff Russell. And here's another tag. Frequent tags as far as the old gods, keeping the fresh man in at all times. Sound strategy. There's the dragon screw by Cliff Russell. He's trying to get back in this thing. So far, the old gods have been able to isolate Russell from his tag team partner and continue to do so. And the old gods with their frequent tags. And in the midst of the tag, the diving tag, here comes Vince Dixon, but he's cut off. And no, up over the top, and a chop block to the back of the knee. Vince Dixon, the fresh man. And there's a swinging hand, and then look at that, big boot, double axe handle smash, and Vince Dixon is rolling, shoulder block for Ray Snyder. Drop kick to the back of the head, and Vince Dixon is on fire. And look at this. Gets tied up, but uses the elbows to break out of that. Vince Dixon now will take Sharp and smash his face into the buckle. Oh, look at this. The chops. And one more for good measure. No, a jab underneath the jaw. Vince Dixon with a Uranagi. Here we go. 1, 2, and no, a kick out, and I think Ray Snyder was there either way. And Snyder and Russell back to the outside. And another shoulder block by Vince Dixon sends Snyder back to the floor. Vince Dixon looking to end this. He sets him up. Power bomb, deep cover. 1, 2. No, still only a 2 for Vince Dixon. Harry Sharp somehow, some way got the shoulder up. And listen to this capacity crowd. Vince Dixon now takes Sharp back to their corner. And whip to the far end, a drop kick. And Vince Dixon looking to put Sharp away if he can help it. Here's a tag. Here comes Cliff Russell. Backbreaker. And elevated back up for the suplex. Harry Sharp able to get turned around and tag in the freshman Ray Snyder. And Cliff Russell is now in trouble again. Hooks him up. Over the top, out of the suplex. German suplex of his own. And Cliff Russell now. The modified Russian leg sweep. And now he's looking to end it again. This time on Ray Snyder. Look at this. Elevated in the back suplex into the elbow combination. 1, 2, and the Eliminators have done it. Let's show you how they done it. Cliff Russell able to power up Ray Snyder into that combination, the 3 count, and we have #1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles. This is the Eliminators. A huge victory for Vince Dixon and Cliff Russell, the Eliminators. Of course, the World Tag Team titles will be decided later on tonight, but we know who the challengers are. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 4-woman over-the-top battle royal for you. Hallie Nolan, Lilith Vandiver, Whitney Duncan, and Lacey Evans.
The following contest is a 4-woman battle royal. Making her way to the ring from Huntington Beach, California, Lilith Vandiver.
Lilith Vandiver making her way to the ring and awaiting her 3 opponents here tonight. Again, over the top rope rules, and both feet must hit the floor to be eliminated. Waiting for her first opponent.
And her opponents, first, from Paris Island, South Carolina, Lacey Evans.
And Lacey Evans, the first of Lilith Vandiver's opponents. Lacey Evans stepping into the ring, and we have 2 more ladies to introduce before we can get this matchup underway. We do have a #1 contenders match for the Women's World Championship a little bit later on, so this match not for that, but it will move whoever wins up the ladder significantly. Now the superstar Hallie Nolan making her way down the ramp and to the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the second of several major matches here tonight, and a monumental wrestling extravaganza, which is WrestleFest. And we thank you for joining us, because this is a big, big night.
And from Portland, Oregon, Whitney Duncan.
And the always energetic Whitney Duncan coming on down. Would love to gain a victory here tonight. Would love to move back up the ranks. However, all these ladies would. Every single one of these ladies want another shot at the Women's World Championship, and this is their step 1. A victory here tonight in this Battle Royal is their first step to moving back up the ladder. All 4 of the competitors are ready. Lilith Vandiver, Lacey Evans, Hallie Nolan, and Whitney Duncan. And here we go. Starting things off, a shot by Lacey Evans. Up and over the top, and a kick by Hallie Nolan. And they have paired off Evans, Duncan, and Vandiver and Nolan. Clothesline by Lacey Evans. And Hallie Nolan has Lilith Vandiver in the corner, trying to eliminate her now. Vandiver is in all kinds of trouble. She's dangling on the top rope. Was able to escape that elimination predicament. And Whitney Duncan coming back on Lacey Evans. leg sweep by Hallie Nolan. And now Hallie Nolan just going after everybody. Neck breaker to Whitney Duncan. Slowed this matchup down significantly. And now back over, perhaps, yes, to Lilith Vandiver. And now they're going to change it up, it looks like. Nolan and Vandiver and, Duncan and Vandiver. And up and over the top, Lacey Evans dangling. Her feet did not touch. And she's still in this thing. Meteora by Hallie Nolan and a knee strike by Whitney Duncan. And Hallie Nolan now with the right hand to the side of the head. And Whitney Duncan over the top and a hip attack, and Nolan is down. Whitney Duncan, Duncan is down and out. She has been eliminated by Lilith Vandiver. We are down to 3. There's a shot by Lacey Evans. And that kick missed. A shot by Nolan. Nolan with the neck breaker. An elbow drop by Lilith Vandiver. Tie up and an inverted atomic drop. Follows it up with a double leg drop into the stomach region. Kick blocked by Vandiver. And Vandiver laying into Nolan now. But Lacey Evans going to take control of the situation. Lacey Evans now with Lilith Vandiver, sends her to the ropes. And clothesline over the top, and Vandiver's been eliminated. Lacey Evans turns around and gets knocked down by Hallie Nolan. We're down to the final 2. Another neck breaker by Hallie Nolan. And now they're sizing each other up. Neither wants to make a mistake. Sent to the corner is Evans, and Nolan with the snapmare out of the corner. And handspring splash by Hallie Nolan. Nolan now sends Evans for the ride, up and over the top in the hip attack. And Hallie Nolan has done it. Hallie Nolan, your winner. So there's the handspring splash. And follows it up by sending Lacey Evans over the top and to the floor. Big victory for Hallie Nolan with a victory over 3 of her competitors in the GWA Women's Division. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we've got the United States Heavyweight Championship match. Chris Vandiver challenging Primetime Charles Thompson. To show you how we got to this point,
from Huntington Beach,
Chris Vandiver won the #1 contendership at the previous major event. And then on the Supercharged 3 weeks ago, Charles Thompson brutally assaulted him. The week later, they got into a wild brawl near the entranceway. They had to be separated by officials and security. And then last week, for whatever reason, management decided to put them together in a tag team, and we've seen in the past how that just simply doesn't work. Didn't work here either. Charles Thompson had made it personal between the two, not just for the championship. And then 2 days ago, Charles Thompson put the cherry on top with that shot with the United States Heavyweight Championship belt.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Championship.
And here is the #1 contender for the United States Heavyweight title, Chris Vandiver. And Vandiver had a very lengthy losing streak prior to gaining the #1 contendership for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. He's looking to cap off a comeback, so to speak, with a victory here tonight. And if he can do that, he'll be walking out of Los Angeles as the United States Heavyweight Champion. But he's got a tall task in front of him in the big man, Primetime Charles Thompson, who is, even though he's changed his attitude and his outlook, he has certainly been on fire, and that being Charles Thompson, I mean, as evident by the fact that he is the United States Heavyweight Champion today. And there he is, the GWA United States Heavyweight Champion, Primetime Charles Thompson. Looking for another successful title defense here tonight in Los Angeles, California at WrestleFest. Chris Vandiver is going to give him the fight of his life, however. But he's got so much to prove, does Vandiver. Well, we are now going to send it to the ring for the official introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 232 pounds, Chris Vandiver. And introducing the champion from Salem, Oregon, weighing in at 273 pounds. He is the Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Champion, Primetime Charles Thompson.
Well, the introductions are over. Charles Thompson will hand that United States Heavyweight title over to the official. Chris Vandiver will get a glance at it to remind him what he's fighting for. And that's what it's all about for these two here tonight. Chris Vandiver, Charles Thompson, the United States Heavyweight title, and here we go. And an insigniente to start things off. Chris Vandiver, he doesn't want to tangle with Charles Thompson. He's going to want to use some speed. He's going to want to jab and run, essentially. Because if he gets in the clutches of Charles Thompson, like he is right now, Charles Thompson is just going to pick him apart. Thompson with a right hand sends Vandiver to the buckle. There's a forearm shot. And now he's choking him. He's blatantly choking him, and the referee, he isn't doing anything about it. I mean, I understand this is a high-profile match, but we got to maintain the rules here. And Thompson with the forearm shot right to the face. And again. Charles Thompson just having his way with Chris Vandiver right now. And look at the elevation on the flapjack cover. 1, 2, no. I thought that may have been over. I know Chris Vandiver's a fighter, but he's taking a lot of punishment at the hands of Charles Thompson right now. Another knee strike to the face. Charles Thompson, his ego overly inflated. He's feeling very cocky right now, you can tell. Another shot by Thompson. And Vandiver with the kick, trying to create some kind of distance. But Thompson right back up. And Charles Thompson with the right hand. Clubbing blow. Again. Again. And Vandiver finally goes down. Chris Vandiver with the reversal. Yanking on the arm. Look at this. Vandiver now going for the bow and arrow. Submission hold. Will Charles Thompson give it up? I don't think so. Yeah, down into the cover and an immediate kick out, but Charles Thompson nowhere near worn down enough for that. Not yet. And another forearm shot to the face. Vandiver making his way back to his feet. And to the top wrist lock by Charles Thompson. And Vandiver with the right hand going to break that up. And Vandiver will send Thompson over the top rope. But he gets a shot and Thompson back into the ring. There's a knee strike and a knockdown by Vandiver again. And here comes Chris Vandiver. High elevation drop kick, and Vandiver is making his way back into this matchup. Van Cutter, just like that. But he didn't go for it because there's the hammerlock DDT into the cover. New champion. 1, 2, no! How close was that? The Van Cutter into the hammerlock DDT gets a long 2 count. We were less than a second away from a new United States heavyweight champion. Thompson now sweeps the leg. And they are not a fan of Charles Thompson. But Thompson now with the kick, sets him up. Power bomb! What strength and power by Charles Thompson. And wait a minute. Charles Thompson with his feet on the rope. His feet are not like this. And Thompson is going to steal one to retain the United States Heavyweight Championship. You feel a sense of urgency and a sense of desperation on the part of Charles Thompson. He was able to regain the upper hand, the power bomb, and his feet on the ropes to retain the United States Heavyweight title.
Here is your winner, and still Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Champion, Primetime Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is the #1 contenders match for the Women's World title. Tammy Mullins to take on a former Women's World Champion, Shelly Bennett.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Toluca Lake, California, Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins.
Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins has had several opportunities at the Women's World Championship and unable to put it all together for that big victory If she can win this match, she will get yet another opportunity to become the Women's World Champion. But first, she has to get through tonight, and she has to get through Shelly Bennett.
And from Anaheim, California, Shelly Bennett.
And Shelly Bennett knows what it's like to be the GWA Women's World Champion. She's one victory away from an opportunity to regain that Women's World Championship and put it back around her waist where she feels it truly belongs. Here we go. The number one contendership is up for grabs. Tammy Mullins and Shelly Bennett. There's the bell, and we are underway. And the roundhouse kick right to the side of the head. These ladies had faced off for the Women's World title, had a bit of a rivalry some time back. Who can forget the battles between these two? And Mullins currently in control. And she's got her neck on the ropes. She needs to break that up. I don't agree with that. But here's a cover by Mullins. One. And a 1 count. Bennett with the kick out. Still to come, 3 more championship matches. The Women's World title, the World Tag Team titles, and of course, the Heavyweight Championship of the World to be decided in our main event. A no-holds-barred submission match between the champion, Arthur Caldwell, and if you still can believe it, the 16-time World's Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, in his final match ever. Sit-down powerbomb by Mullins. Cover. 1, 2, not this time. And Mullins thought she had her. Tammy Mullins now with the right hand. A kick that's blocked by Bennett. Against the ropes and hangs her out to dry. Right across the top rope. And Shelly Bennett now has seemed to gain control of this match. The momentum shifting in this one. Down with a double stomp. Again, Shelly Bennett, a former Women's World Champion. She knows how to put it together. She knows how to get it done. She got the camel clutch right now on Tammy Mullins. Will Tammy Mullins submit? It appears she will not. She's fighting it. Back up to her feet. And a modified snapmare of sorts to break out of the hold. And went for the spinning heel kick again. Bennett had that one scouted that time. Bennett now with the stiff kick to the back. Went for the double stomp again. Missed, and a big shot by Tammy Mullins. What a match this is turning out to be between these two ladies. They know what is on the line. They know what's at stake. Mullins now. Big missile drop kick off the middle ropes. Wild Thing doing her thing. 1, 2, and another 2 count for Tammy Mullins. A couple of kicks now by Mullins. And sent for the ride against the ropes. Drop kick again by Mullins. And Bennett now with the jawbreaker. Trying to turn things around. Some kicks of her own. Snapmare. And another stiff kick to the spine. Here's the cover. But the feet barely underneath the bottom rope. But the rope break called by the official. Good officiating right there. Shelly Bennett feeling a little full of herself, I think, at this point. And she's gonna pay for it. Several shots by Tammy Mullins. And Mullins against the ropes. Went for the elbow drop. No water in the pool. Bennett now with Mullins up on her shoulders. Hung out to dry again across the top rope. And Bennett is relentless right now. Down across the knee. And looked like went for the camel clutch again. Nothing doing there. And Mullins neck breaker. No, turns it around into the face buster. Tammy Mullins with one big shot has turned this one around. She's looking to end it. Headbutt, grabs the arm and into the back suplex. 1, 2, 3, and Tammy Mullins has done it. Let's look at this. This headbutt into the suplex combination and the victory for Tammy Mullins.
Here is your winner, Wild Thing, Tammy Mullins.
The new #1 contender for the Women's World title. The World Heavyweight Championship to be decided later on tonight. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a rematch from a couple days ago. Sergio Dondelinger to take on Alexander Sokolov. Let's show you what we were talking about 2 nights ago. Sergio Dondelinger had the match well in hand. He was distracted by Maria Sokolov on the apron, and Alexander Sokolov would take advantage, and therefore this rematch has been made.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland. Weighing in at 275 pounds, Sergio Dondelinger.
The crowd loves him here in Los Angeles. The Fighting Irishman, Sergio Dondelinger. Looking for a little bit of retribution, a little bit of payback. Looks to even the score with the Russian gladiator Alexander Sokolov. Because of the interference, this rematch was made for WrestleFest.
And his opponent, accompanied by Maria Sokolov. St. Petersburg, Russia, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Russian gladiator, Alexander Sokolov.
Alexander Sokolov, a former world's champion, against a former United States heavyweight champion in Dondelinger. And on a stage like WrestleFest, this one is bound to be an epic battle. The Fighting Irishman, the Russian gladiator. WrestleFest, there's the bell. And lock up center of the ring, scoop here by Sokolov. Elbows by Dondelinger. Wind up European uppercut. And a shot to the spine, and now another by Dondelinger. And what a kick to the head. Going for the cover, trying to end it early. 1, just a 1. And Sokolov with the kick out. This match will continue. And Dondelinger sends him for the ride. Elbow to the face. Down with a big splash. Cover. 1. And again, a kick out by Sokolov. Dondalinger in control for the time being. Going to try to end this as quickly as he can. Alexander Sokolov, again a former world champion and a vicious competitor. And I think he was biting the nose. He gets elbowed in the face by Dondalinger, and there's a headbutt. Down with another splash. Dondalinger cuts off the momentum trying to be built by Sokolov. He gets a headbutt to the face there. And Dondalinger with the scoop. And down with the shoulder breaker. Center of the ring, cover. 1, 2, no. 2 count. And Maria back up on the apron yet again. And once again with the twisted Russian suplex. Cover. 1, 2. Come on, Kay. Yes, he kicks out. I did not want to see this end the same way yet again. Maria Sokolov with the distraction on Dondalinger. Sokolov looks like he was going to go for that submission hold. Blocked and evaded. A headbutt by Dondalinger. Maria Sokolov again with the distraction. Sokolov able to get the twisted Russian suplex. That's allowed Sokolov to get back in this thing. Over the top rope to the floor goes Dondalinger. And there's a shot to the left leg. The official has begun his count. Another stomp now to the breadbasket. Down with a double stomp, but that one missed by Sokolov. And here comes Dondalinger. Dondalinger back into the ring and out to break the count. He doesn't want to end this on a count out. He wants to beat Sokolov. Sokolov now regaining control here on the outside. This is not where Dondalinger wants to be. On the outside with an angry Russian gladiator and his wife Maria. And now he's slamming his head into the concrete floor. Vicious. The official up to 5. Dondalinger trying to come back. And he slams Sokolov's head into one of these announce tables. And again. And now sent back into the ring. And the count is over. Dondalinger back on the offensive. Several more clubbing blows by the Fighting Irishman. And Dondalinger in the corner. He's got something in mind here. And battering ram headbutt by Sergio Dondalinger. But a knee to the face by Sokolov. And blocked. I don't know if he may have been going for something specific there, but it was blocked by Sokolov. Up on the shoulders, down, and wind up European uppercut again. Dondalinger drops the elbow. Again. Maria Sokolov on the outside of the ring, looking on. Alexander sent to the corner. Up to the top rope. And look at this. What has Dondalinger got in mind here? He's going for it. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Sokolov able to reverse, drops to his feet, and Dondalinger eats the turnbuckle. What a counter by Alexander Sokolov. Down with the double stomps and a kick. Dondalinger trying to go for it all. But with one reversal, Sokolov has taken back over. And he did it at a crucial time. Sokolov now looking to end this. Here he goes. Twisted Russian suplex yet again. Cover. This is going to be all 1, 2, no. Sergio Dondalinger with the shoulder up at the last moment. But Sokolov, he's going to look to end it here. Dondalinger avoids the submission hold. Dondalinger zinger. Cover. 1, 2, and the victory for Sergio Dondalinger. Look at this. I believe Sokolov was looking for that submission. Dondalinger was able to avoid it. Hits the Dondalinger zinger. And a huge victory here tonight at WrestleFest.
Here is your winner, Sergio Dondalinger.
Sergio Dondalinger with a victory over the Russian Gladiator. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's the Women's World Title match. Kaiva challenging Amaya Stevens in an Extreme Rules match. I'll show you how we got here. 3 weeks ago, after Kaiva won the #1 contendership, Amaya Stevens was not happy about it. She called out Kaiva, but the result was Kaiva was able to hit this big crossbody and gain a non-title victory over the champion. 1 week later, Amaya Stevens wasn't happy with her loss, calls out Kaiva again, and wound up with the same result.
1, 2, 3.
And last week, these two ladies battled on the outside of the ring. Amaya Stevens with the knockout blow, but the official counts out both of them for a draw. And then 2 days ago, an irate Kaiva used the kendo stick. She lost the match, but she done some serious damage to the Women's World Champion.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Championship.
Here is the challenger, this crazy lady. Kaiva running down here with that damn pipe. I don't even know where she even got that. She has a couple of non-title victories over the Women's World Champion. One more victory, and she will be... Can you imagine that? Now that I'm actually thinking about that, can you imagine this woman, Kaiva, as the Women's World Champion here in GWA? And here comes the champion, the deadly Amaya Stevens. Amaya Stevens had made this very personal from the get-go with Kaiva, feeling that Kaiva is nowhere near her league and shouldn't be challenging for the Women's World title at all. But in these last couple of weeks, I think Kaiva has proved why she's the #1 contender and why she is a legitimate threat. Well, now we are going to send it down to the ring, and we're going to get the official introductions.
Introducing the challenger from no place in particular, Kaiva. And introducing the champion from Oakland, California, she's the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, Amaya Stevens.
And I don't have the numbers and the records directly in front of me, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Amaya Stevens is the longest reigning GWA Women's World Champion up to this point. But that reign is certainly in jeopardy with Kaiva standing on the opposite side of the ring. And again, this is an Extreme Rules match. Anything goes here. And they're going to settle it. Right here, the bell rings and Kaiva comes out swinging. Now against the ropes. And several blows by Kaiva. The kendo stick 2 nights ago on Amaya Stevens is what really brought this rivalry to a head. It was already about the women's world title. But the assault with the kendo stick by Kaiva doing the damage. I don't know if Amaya Stevens would even be at 100%. But that's what has taken this rivalry to the boiling point. Kaiva has had Stevens' number over these recent weeks. Her unorthodox style, just 100 miles an hour, has, I really think, thrown Amaya Stevens off guard. And look at this now. That's what Kaiva's going to want to stay away from. Kicked away by Kaiva. And right to a cover, but that's not going to get it done here. And Stevens to the outside. Kaiva follows her and sent into the barricade. And a second time. The fans in the front row getting a perfect view of this matchup right at the moment. And look at that! My God! What a shot by Amaya Stevens with like a power slam into the barricade. And now she's going up under the ring, and that's what started all in the first place. But Kaiva able to avoid it. And now Kaiva's got it. Kaiva's got the stick. And avoided by Stevens with a quick jab. But now the kendo stick is there in the middle of the ring, and it's up for grabs. Whoever gets it will certainly gain the advantage here in this match against the ropes. Knee strike to the face. And now Stevens going for the cover. 1, 2, not this time. A 2 count for Amaya Stevens. She's telling Kaiva to get up. And now Stevens with that stick and a shot right to the head. And again. Amaya Stevens with payback for Supercharged a couple of nights ago. And look at the thing starting to fray. It's starting to come apart. She's cracked it over Kaiva's head a couple of times. But Kaiva uses that hard head with a jawbreaker. And now Kaiva with a headbutt. She's coming back again. Stevens must be thinking, what do I have to do? This Kaiva is so out there. And gut wrench suplex. Sort of a modified version there by Kaiva. Now she's going upstairs. Kaiva now off the top. Missile drop kick by Kaiva. Using her feet and her body like a torpedo. And slams the back of her head. Here's the covers. Could be all. 1, 2. No, that was so close. So close. So very close. I thought we had a new women's world champion right there. And now, Kaiva went for what looked like a choke slam, reversed by Stevens into the DDT, and Stevens again has the kendo stick. Stevens now with another shot, and it splinters and shatters over the head. This could do it. One. No, only a one? That's it. Only a one. Kaiva is, I'm starting to wonder if she's even human. She's gotten blasted over the head several times with that kendo stick. It shatters over her head, and Amaya Stevens is only able to get a one count. Well, now she's got the steel chair. Now Amaya Stevens getting serious. What a shot by Amaya Stevens. She wedges the chair into the turnbuckles now. Kaiva with a shot to the head with the knee. And up and over the top, and Stevens back to the floor once again. Kaiva trying to gain some distance, regain her composure. She takes the chair from between the ropes, and a shot right to the face, and now Kaiva with the steel chair is going crazy. And again, to the face, Kaiva wearing out the Women's World Champion with several shots with the steel chair. Coming over here by the announce tables now. Kaiva gets sent to the guardrail now. And again by Stevens. I don't know what Amaya Stevens has in mind now, but it can't be good. And sent into the apron. Amaya Stevens, I don't know, it looked like she was looking for something, but she's going back under the ring now. And now she's got a bat. She's got a baseball bat. Wait a minute. Kaiva has unleashed the wrath of Amaya Stevens, and now she's got a... Oh my God! What a shot! A bat right to the head. Amaya Stevens now with the furious flurry. Kaiva has awakened the beast within Amaya Stevens. And Stevens now looking to end this. Handful of hair. Knockout blow. What a shot. Wait a minute. Our transmission is... Something has happened here. I don't know what happened, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that, but another knockout blow by Amaya Stevens. 1, 2, 3. And mercifully, this one is over. Amaya Stevens with not one, but 2 knockout shots, which was followed up from the shots with a bat.
Here is your winner, and still Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, Amaya Stevens.
Got under Amaya Stevens' skin, and she paid for it. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, a #1 contenders match for the United States heavyweight title. It's Gavin Briggs against an unknown opponent. He doesn't know who it is, and neither do we. So it's going to be a bit of a shock to all of us. But it is for the #1 contendership for the United States heavyweight title.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Riverside, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Gavin
Briggs could once again become the #1 contender for the United States heavyweight title if he can defeat his opponent. But who that is, well, none of us knows. So Gavin Briggs going in at a little bit of a disadvantage here. But since this match was made in between Supercharged and now, even the opponent for Gavin Briggs may not have had very long to prepare, but at least he's had a day or two to prepare for the match, unlike Gavin Briggs. Well, who is it? Who's the opponent?
And his opponent from Eugene, Oregon, weighing in at 168 pounds, Justin Reed.
Well, look who's back. Justin Reed, the youngster, is back. He was put on the shelf with some injuries by Aldo P. Wallace some time ago. It looks like he is completely healed. He is ready to go. And he has been given this match. It's a #1 contendership for the United States heavyweight title. So what a return it could be for Justin Reed if he can defeat Gavin Briggs here tonight. And look at that head scissors to start things off here. And look at Reed go. And a back elbow by Justin Reed. And Reed looking very impressive. Looked like he is completely healed up. But now Gavin Briggs going to take advantage of an opening. And I hate to say it, but Justin Reed is his big return could be over right here. He hooks him up, suplex, release suplex by Gavin Briggs. And what has he got here? The Alabama Slam by Gavin Briggs. He's just punishing Reed here now. And Reed with the reversal enziguri by Justin Reed. We've seen it time and time and time and time again. Justin Reed has a big heart. He doesn't give up. And I always believe that he has the potential to be a big star here in GWA. No, Briggs, no! Not like that! The back suplex on the apron, and what damage that's gonna cause. My God. He's gonna break this kid in half. Reverse elbow now by Briggs, and Justin Reed, he is out of it. And a backbreaker. Well, this kid, he put up a fight, but Gavin Briggs may be just a few moments away. Well, I say that, and he blocks the kick, and Justin Reed wisely going to get back into the ring. He knows that's where he's got to win this match. I think he went for the head scissors again, but he caught the enziguri. And there's the head scissors again. Gavin Briggs tumbling head over heels. Reed now trying everything he can to make sure that he's got a fighting chance. Here's the cover by Reed. 1, 2. Not this time. Gavin Briggs kicks out after 2 and a kick to the face. And a scoop. Fall away slam by Gavin Briggs. Justin Reed has been fighting with everything he's got. He's now caught in the camel clutch. Is Reed going to be able to get out of it, or is this going to be it? No, a quick escape by Reed. European uppercut by this youngster. And Reed now getting right back into this thing with several strikes. DDT! He held the DDT. 1. And only a 1 count for Reed. And another knee to the side of the head. And Gavin Briggs hooks him up, crosses the legs down to the canvas. And here's the cover. This could do it. 1, 2, no. I thought that definitely could have been it. But I got to believe that Gavin Briggs is going to go for that modified sharpshooter, and it's going to be all over. Justin Reed, he put up one hell of a fight, but there it is. But Reed quickly over to the ropes with the rope break. I don't even think he was able to lock on that sharpshooter long enough to really do any severe damage. Justin Reed now being out-wrestled by Gavin Briggs. And Briggs now with the cover again. This could be it. 1, 2, no! Reed still gets the right shoulder up, and Briggs can't believe it. He's like, what do I got to do to beat this kid? To get my shot at the U.S. Heavyweight title. Ripcord knee strike right on the button. Reed pops up back to his feet. However, doesn't matter. Pump handles into the backbreaker. Justin Reed taking so much punishment here. There's the knee again. And Briggs now. I feel like he's almost just toying with the kid now. I mean, Reed has kicked out several times, but now Briggs going up to the top. Misses with the elbow drop off the top. Super kick by Justin Reed. Briggs caught off guard. Look at that leg drop to the back of the head. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. No. And I thought Justin Reed just may have pulled off the upset of the decade. This crowd is loving this action. There's a stiff kick to the spine. Justin Reed has somehow been able to get back into this match, but he just got cut off by Gavin Briggs. And Gavin Briggs turned his back on the kid, and that was a mistake. But he missed the elbow. But here comes Reed again. Small package. 1, 2, no! So very close. Elbow to the face. And Briggs now back to his feet. Reed battling back yet again. Sent to the buckle. It looks like Briggs may have gotten opened up, and he gets tossed to the outside. Justin Reed. And what is he doing? No! Top rope elbow to the floor. Justin Reed throwing caution to the wind. He's literally doing everything that he can. And now Reed going up top once again. Gavin Briggs, groggy. What a leg drop off the top. Cover. 1, 2. He did it. Justin Reed with the leg drop off the top with a huge victory. Look at this. Bam! Justin Reed returns to GWA, and he's the #1 contender for the United States Heavyweight title.
Here's your winner, Justin Reed.
Justin Reed returns and gets the biggest victory of his career. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, tag team action. The World Tag Team titles are on the line as High Energy challenges the Viking Raiders. Let's show you how we got to this point. 3 weeks ago in singles action, Eric was in complete control of Willie Jones, and he even got his hands on Don Holmes on the outside, who was trying to interfere, but some of the interference paid off. Willie Jones with that neck breaker and the victory over Eric. The following week, the other teammates got into it with Derek Wright and Ivar, and with this quick roll-up and with the size and strength of Ivar, able to hold Derek Wright down for the victory. They would have a rematch last week, and Don Holmes wasn't there, but Ivar, with the spike pile driver, was able to gain the victory for a second straight week over Derek Wright. Willie Jones was at ringside, and after the match, they kind of got into it a bit. Little bit of a discussion and a shove. And we would find out just a couple of nights ago that Don Holmes was irate about that situation. He spoke with both of his clients backstage following that. And then we had a rematch from 3 weeks ago. And with the big leg drop off the top, Willie Jones was victorious over Eric for a second time. So both teams with 2 victories. And that leads us to the World Tag Team title match coming up next. Here comes Don Holmes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, accompanied by Don Holmes, at a combined weight of 457 pounds. High Energy.
High Energy, with an opportunity to become World Tag Team Champions if they can defeat the Viking Raiders here tonight. Well, High Energy, part of the homestead, as Don Holmes put it, are prepared as they're going to be for their opposition, the World Tag Team Champions.
Introducing the champions, at a combined weight of 552 pounds. They are the Global Wrestling Alliance World Tag Team Champions, Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders.
Eric and Ivar became the World Tag Team Champions last month with a victory over the Old Gods. The Vikings have made their way to Los Angeles to raid yet again and walk out as the World Tag Team Champions with the gold still around their waist. They're going to have to keep an eye on Don Holmes on the outside of the ring. He may be the X factor in this entire thing. And again, there you see it. It's what it's all about. The GWA World Tag Team Championships are on the line here tonight at WrestleFest. There you see the challengers one more time. And, of course, the champions. The official going to grab the hardware from Eric and Ivar. And we are about to get this matchup underway. World Tag Team titles on the line. There is the bell. And Willie Jones looked like he was going to kind of walk away from Eric. That was a mistake. He paid for that one dearly. The strength of Eric. And that was a flying nothing. But still, it halted Eric. And now wheelbarrow into the DDT. And Hurricanrana. And a clothesline, and Willie Jones takes control in the early going. Sent for the ride against the ropes. High elevation on that drop kick, but perfectly hit. One. Just a one that time. And Willie Jones now taking Eric. Went to put him into the corner, but the official was there. Willie Jones now getting in the official's face. I wouldn't do that, young man. He could disqualify you at a moment's notice. Now Eric in trouble. He is in the corner of high energy. Buries the right hand. Does Derek Wright. And Wright now with the neck breaker. And into the cover. This could be all. One. Nope, just a one count. So far, High Energy has had a perfect game plan. They're executing it flawlessly. But with their manager and perhaps even a mentor of sorts, Don Holmes on the outside of the ring there, he's got this team working like a well-oiled machine. And Eric is in all kinds of trouble. May be able to just feel those World Tag Team titles slipping away. He was trying to battle out of the corner there. Eric is certainly on the wrong side of town. He doesn't want to be there. He's got to get back to his partner Ivar and get that tag. Down with the double axe handle smash on the arm. And look at this. Inverted DDT by Willie Jones. Here's the cover. One, two. No, not even the two. Broken up by Ivar. And Ivar shoving Derek Wright away. And a senton by Jones. All four men in the ring here. The referee's just letting it go. There's a lot at stake. The World Tag Team titles are on the line here, so he's just letting it roll. Willie Jones just wearing out the back of Ivar right now and sends him over the top rope. He holds on, but Eric takes control and head first into the top turnbuckle. Eric now setting him up. He's got him in his sights. Went for the knee strike. Was scouted and blocked by Willie Jones. Jones now sending Eric back to the corner. Eric battling out of the corner yet again. Look at this. To bone suplex by Eric. And a block, and Willie Jones going to take back over yet again. Here's a tag. And double team here against the ropes. Double shoulder block by High Energy. Cover. 1, 2, and Ivar breaks it up again to save the World Tag Team titles. What a shot by Derek Wright, and Ivar's out of there. Eric is in a bad way. He's taken on a lot of punishment, and now he doesn't have anybody to tag. Eric now to the top. What does he have in mind? Diving elbow from the heavens. And here's the cover. 1, 2, not this time. Derek Wright able to get the shoulder up. This match continues. What an effort by Eric of the World Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders. He has taken so much punishment at the hands of High Energy, and he has battled back and has control of this match. That's what makes them the World Tag Team Champions. And Derek Wright cuts him off yet again. And downward spiral. Derek Wright with the downward spiral, but he had taken some punishment at the hands of Eric. And a knee strike to the face. Eric now hooks him up. Gut wrench into the gut buster. And there's a tag, and now we see Ivar. Ivar with 2 singles victories over Derek Wright in recent weeks. This is a matchup that the Viking Raiders would like to see. And Ivar currently taking it to Derek Wright. And Ivar, what was he? I don't know what he was planning on doing with him, but he took a little too long there. European uppercut by Derek Wright. And now Wright's going to get out of there. And he makes the tag to Willie Jones. Willie Jones gets the spinning heel kick by Ivar. And he walks right away from him. He tags Eric back in. I don't know how good of an idea that was. Ivar was still the fresher man, in my opinion. And wait, over the top rope, and Willie Jones crashes to the floor. That's a good way to make to break a man's back. And now Eric goes after Derek Wright. The official counting out Willie Jones. The Viking Raiders have come back. A shot by Ivar, and now he's laying on the outside. Eric was dealing with Derek Wright, and in comes Willie Jones. Jones with a shot. And up to the top. Leg drop off the top rope. Cover. 1, 2. And they have done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new World Tag Team Champions. Eric took his eyes off of Willie Jones to deal with Derek Wright. And Willie Jones capitalized.
Here are your winners, High Energy.
And with that victory, Derek Wright has become the first man in GWA history to become a 2-time World Tag Team Champion. We have new World Tag Team Champions here in GWA, and it's High Energy. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, a Falls Count Anywhere match as strongman Aldo P. Wallace takes on Big Bubba Mason. We're going to show you how we got to this point. 3 weeks ago, Bubba Mason, after a matchup, was celebrating, was interrupted by Aldo P. Wallace. Wallace would go on to say something about being basically the big man on campus, and you know, he's the big guy around here. A week later, following a matchup, Aldo P. Wallace ran down to the ring and assaulted Bubba Mason. That knee strike would split Mason wide open. Wallace really laid into Big Bubba on that night. Then a week later, Bubba Mason would catch up with Aldo backstage. He put him through a table, he hit him with a shovel. I mean, they really went at it back there. And finally, 2 days ago, Aldo P. Wallace would come out and complain about being jumped. And Bubba Mason would say something along the lines of, well, yeah, it doesn't really feel too good, does it? And he would challenge him to this Falls Count Anywhere match, and that's when it was made official.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 379 pounds, strongman Aldo P. Wallace.
Aldo P. Wallace had claimed to Bubba Mason that he could beat him anywhere, anytime. Whether it was in the ring, on the outside of the ring, in the locker room, the parking lot, doesn't matter to him. So Bubba Mason said, well, put your money where your mustache is and accept this challenge for a Falls Count Anywhere match. Aldo accepted. And that matchup is about to get underway.
And his opponent from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing in at 324 pounds, Big Bubba Mason.
Big Bubba Mason against strongman Aldo P. Wallace. Falls Count Anywhere. Anything could happen in this matchup. These two behemoths are about to lock horns on the biggest stage GWA has ever put together, WrestleFest. Well, here we go. Aldo P. Wallace, Bubba Mason, Falls Count Anywhere. There's the bell. And a big overhand right, and Aldo sneaks behind with the shin breaker. Aldo steps over the top of him. That's 300, way over 300 pounds. And Bubba Mason with a clubbing blow. And Wallace now with a clubbing blow. Down across the back. And Aldo gonna go for the quick victory. Only a one that time. Bubba Mason easily kicks out of that one. You think you're gonna beat Big Bubba that easily? I don't think so. Oh, a few more strikes like that. That may do the trick. Blocked by Bubba Mason. Look at this strength. Aldo P. Wallace wanted to say something about, hey, Big Bubba, you're not the big man here. Big Bubba may be able to say, hey, strong man, you ain't the strong man here. What a splash in the corner. Stiff kick to the breadbasket. One. Only a one that time for Bubba Mason. Oh, this one's going to explode before it's all said and done. I can believe that. And tie up. Mason with a couple of elbows. And now up and over. And look at this. Big Bubba going to bring him back in the hard way. And Bubba Mason, what has he got in mind here? He's going to pick him up. No, over the top rope to the floor. He splats on the concrete. Again, that's a good way to make it. Wait a minute, and this is brilliant by Bubba Mason. 1, 2, 3. No! How in the world did Aldo P. Wallace kick out of that after being body slammed over the top rope into the floor? And since falls count anywhere, that could have won Bubba Mason the match right there. Now we're going back into the ring, and a big overhand right just swats Aldo right to the canvas. Wait a minute, I think Mason may have been going for something, but then he just got caught by Aldo P. Wallace. Went for the headbutt, got a European uppercut instead. Bubba Mason now to the outside, and he's looking under the ring for something. And he's got a chair. Bubba Mason with the steel chair. He's going to swing it with a purpose. I know it. And he was unable to use it. Aldo cuts him off. Down face first on the top turnbuckle. And he's blatantly choking him here. But no holds barred along with falls count anywhere. So that moved perfectly legal in this environment. And into the corner with force. And look at this. Over the top rope into the floor yet again. And Bubba Mason, what does he plan on doing with him? Aldo with a clubbing blow. And went for a face buster. Couldn't get it. These two are battling back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. No, not on the concrete floor, the suplex to Bubba Mason. And now Aldo back into the ring yet again, and maybe he changed his mind. Another hard shot by Aldo P. Wallace. A scoop, and a slam on the concrete. Cover, 1, 2, no. Now it's Bubba Mason's turn to kick out. And Aldo sending him towards the corner between the guardrail and the steps. Reversal by Bubba Mason. Bubba Mason sends Aldo into those wooden steps. And wait a minute. Now Bubba Mason with the steps. Oh my God! A shot with the steps right in the face. That's all. That's got to be it. 1, 2, no, and somehow Aldo P. Wallace gets the shoulder up. How in the world? He just had his face caved in with a set of steps. Bubba Mason still pouring on the punishment here. Wallace now using the elbows to his advantage. Another clubbing blow by Aldo P. Wallace. And there's the headbutt, and immediately with the cover. 1, 2, and it's still not over. Bubba Mason now with the kick out. And now another reversal there. Oh, no, he couldn't get him all the way picked up. Maybe fatigue comes into play there, but Bubba Mason able to reverse that. He wasn't able to get him all the way up. But Bubba Mason does. Look at this strength and power. A chop block there by Aldo. This has been a battle, no doubt about it. And what a place to settle it. In Los Angeles, California at WrestleFest. And now, Mason sending Wallace partway up the ramp. Bubba Mason is able to chuck him over his head, and he splats onto that metal rampway. And Bubba Mason could pin Aldo right here and there. He's choosing not to. He's walking away from him. He's coming to the other side of the ring here. What is he? Oh, no. Bubba Mason now clears off one of these announce tables. And here comes Aldo. Aldo able to hook him up. Suplex on the outside. Aldo able to recover enough from that slam on the ramp. Knee strike to the face. And Aldo has gained control now. Bubba Mason turned his back on Aldo P. Wallace, and now he's paying for it. Face first into the barricade. Aldo P. Wallace in control. Looking to put Bubba Mason away wherever he can. Bubba Mason is out of it right now. A scoop and another body slam by Aldo P. Wallace. Another cover. 1, 2, no. Bubba Mason still gets the shoulder up. And wait a second, look at this. Are you kidding me with that power? Down face first on the concrete floor, and this is it. This is over right here. How did he do that? Bubba Mason still able to get the left shoulder up. How? I don't understand. Somehow Bubba Mason gets the shoulder up. And I don't think Aldo can believe that. I can't believe it. Big boot by Bubba Mason. Aldo P. Wallace got a little too cocky for just a moment. And Bubba Mason gets in the big boot. What does Bubba Mason have in store here now? He goozles him. Choke slam through the table to the floor. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and it's over. Bubba Mason. Let's look at this. Bubba Mason with a choke slam through the table. Aldo crashes through to the concrete. And a victory for Bubba Mason.
Here is your winner, Bubba Mason.
A huge victory for Big Bubba Mason here tonight at WrestleFest. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. What we've all come to Los Angeles for. The heavyweight championship of the world. Ric Flair against Arthur Caldwell.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match and is for the Global Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship.
There he is, a living, breathing legend. Ric Flair shocked the wrestling world by coming out on GWA Supercharged a couple of weeks ago, confronting Arthur Caldwell about the fact that Caldwell had been calling himself the man. Ric Flair, of course, coined the phrase and the true statement: in order to be the man, you have to beat the man. And that is what led to this matchup. He said that Caldwell has never beaten him, so he can't possibly be the man. And Ric Flair wants to live out his dream one more time by winning the World Heavyweight Championship for a 17th time in what is his very last match ever. And there he is, the heavyweight champion of the world, pretty boy Arthur Caldwell, to defend the title on wrestling's biggest stage, in front of one of the biggest crowds we've ever had, against his idol, against the man that he has modeled himself after, the man that the reason he got into professional wrestling. And you can see here, Arthur Caldwell wearing a robe and an outfit, wrestling gear, that closely resembles the gear that Ric Flair wore at Starrcade 83 in the cage match against Harley Race, where Ric Flair would win the heavyweight championship of the world. So a lot of symbolism, and as a tribute perhaps by Arthur Caldwell with his gear here tonight. It's time to go to the ring for the official introductions of our main event.
Introducing the challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And introducing the champion from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 238 pounds, he is the Global Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, pretty boy Arthur Caldwell.
Oh, you can feel it. You can feel it in the air. You can hear it. You can see it. You can smell it. You can damn near taste it. What a war this is going to be. Arthur Caldwell and Ric Flair. The announcer earlier said that this was a no-holds-barred match, and indeed it is. But there's one more added stipulation. You can only win by submission. Flair said that he wanted to prove that the original figure 4 is more deadly than the inverted one of Caldwell. The match is underway. Collar and elbow tie-up, center of the ring. Neither man gaining an advantage. Tie-up yet again. And once again, no advantage. Flair now with the kick. Flair now, wait a second, pulls off the pile driver. So quick and so sudden. What a shot by Ric Flair. And now to the trapezius hold. That is a legend at his finest. Ric Flair gives him the pile driver and immediately went for the trapezius hold. A submission hold, trying to win this match. Caldwell has swept the leg, and now he is taking control. And Arthur Caldwell, the ring general that he is, the master technician, is going to work on the legs of Ric Flair, trying to soften them up for the inverted figure 4. But now Flair comes back, sending Caldwell to the buckle. And now, look at this. Look at this, Ric Flair. What a maneuver. That is got to be so painful. Ric Flair drops the elbow. Ric Flair now with another submission, going for the camel clutch. This could win him the world title right here. But Caldwell able to escape. Caldwell, knife edge chop sends Ric Flair to the mat. Caldwell with another shot knocks Flair back down yet again. And Arthur Caldwell now in control, sends Flair to the buckle. And an elbow now by Flair, fighting out of the corner. And sent across the ring, up over the top rope into the floor. In hardcore rules, no countouts. There must be a winner in this scenario. You can only win by submission. And here we see the dirtiest player in the game with a legal chokehold. And reversal hip toss by Caldwell. Flair slammed on the outside of the ring. I really don't know how much Ric Flair could have left in the tank after all of his years in the ring, his age, the medical issues he has had over the last couple of years. But I can assure you, Ric Flair will give it absolutely everything that he does have left. It's his final match. He's going to give it everything. He's going to give it his all. Sent back into the ring by Arthur Caldwell, the current reigning heavyweight champion of the world. Ric Flair looks to make it 17 times. Sent to the buckle yet again. Caldwell pulls him out and into the buckle again. And another elbow by Flair. Flair now down on the leg. Going for the leg now also, and back to the camel clutch. Caldwell's fighting it. He's going to escape yet again. Another knife and shot. Caldwell now measures, drops the knee. Caldwell measures him again, drops it a second time. Caldwell lining it up. A third one. He is really punishing Flair here at this point. I couldn't understand, I couldn't hear what he had said, but he had something to say to Flair right then. Now drops the knee into the back of the head. Arthur Caldwell. Now, I think he may have been trying to go for the inverted figure four, but he was shoved away by Flair. Now sent to the buckle yet again. Flair is in all kinds of trouble right now. Arthur Caldwell so far has this matchup in hand. Well, he did. Here comes Flair. Look at this. German suplex. Wait a second. There's a second. He holds on. Look at Flair go. 3 German suplexes in a row. And now, Ric Flair. He's going to go for it. He's got it. He's locked it on. That's the figure four. Can Arthur Caldwell handle the pain, handle the pressure? Will Ric Flair become the 17-time world champion right here? He's trying to turn it. He's trying to turn him, and he does. And Ric Flair has to let off the hold, but how much damage was done to the legs of Arthur Caldwell? Knife shot. Ric Flair had locked on the figure four leg lock, which has brought him so much success and so many championships. Arthur Caldwell with the knee drop yet again. And Caldwell, Flair looks like he's been split wide open right above the left eye. Flair now a bloody mess. I told you he was going to give it his all. And now into the announce table. And head first off the table again. And Caldwell, head first goes Flair yet again. Another knife edge chop by Caldwell. And Flair now sends Caldwell into the barricade. What a match! There was no other way, no other match to main event an event like WrestleFest than this right here. Through the ropes, Caldwell back in, sent to the buckle by Flair. Flair now ripping and tearing at the left arm. And sends Caldwell now to the buckle. And again. And now up on the top rope. And a shot by Flair. Flair's feeling it right now. And now look at this. Bars the leg. And another submission by Ric Flair. And a shot to the face, and Caldwell breaks out. It looks like Caldwell may have had his nose busted now. Both of these men giving it everything they've got. Caldwell now taking off the top turnbuckle pad. Hey, I don't know if I'm going to agree with it, but he sends Flair face first into the exposed ring of the turnbuckle, and again, he's not letting up. I don't think Flair would expect anything less. And Caldwell is going up against the dirtiest player in the game, and now is back off the turnbuckle, the exposed turnbuckle. And now he's going for it. He's going to hook it in yet again. The inverted figure four. The inverted figure four. Is it going to be too much for Ric Flair? Flair's fighting it. He's fighting it with everything he's got left. How is he hanging on? I don't believe it. Ric Flair is trying desperately to get out of the hole, and he does. What a hell of a match! Flair now sending Caldwell now to the buckle. Elbow by Caldwell. Went for the clothesline, a miss. Caldwell blocks and delivers the strike to the leg. Flair comes back again, sending Caldwell to the buckle. Can you believe this match? Elbow by Caldwell. And went for the knockdown, reversal German suplex by Flair. Flair pulling out some new tricks out of the bag. And whips the neck of Arthur Caldwell. Ric Flair at control at the moment. There's another shot, and look at this. Another German suplex. He holds on. There's a second. Flair with a hat trick of them again. Ric Flair. He's got Caldwell in his sights. He got reverse DDT by Caldwell. And another knee strike to the back of the neck. Caldwell going to lock it in yet again, and he's got it. And he's got it on deep. Ric Flair. Can he hold on? Can he break out again? He cannot. Ric Flair had to submit. He had to give it up. Oh my God. Arthur Caldwell with the inverted figure four was able to end Flair's career here tonight and retain the heavyweight championship of the world. But what effort by Ric Flair.
Global Wrestling Alliance World
What a night, what a match, what an event. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed the show. This has been GWA WrestleFest.